Happy Halloween!
We are getting into the spirit of the spooky season.
We have an interactive story that we're going to be following along. It's linked down below if you want to try it out for yourself also.
We're your hosts of the Neighbors Pod. I'm Haley.
I'm Julia.
And I'm Janina.
Let's get right into it. So the interactive story title is The Sleepwalker's Nightmare. I'm going to give a little synopsis of what to expect, and then we're going to get into it. So, in The Sleepwalker's Nightmare, you play as a person who begins sleepwalking and experiencing terrifying nightmares, eventually realizing that their nocturnal wanderings are connected to a series of gruesome, real-world events.
Spooky.
Let's start the story. Okay, I'm going to read the first one. So, how this is going to work is we're all going to read just a section of the story, and the two who are not reading are going to pick what choice to make.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here we go. You are a heavy sleeper, but lately you've been having trouble staying asleep. You've been waking up in strange places, feeling disoriented and confused. And the nightmares, they're so vivid that they feel real. You can't shake the feeling that they mean something. So, do we get out of bed and start our day, or try to go back to sleep?
Try to go back to sleep.
I was going to say get out of bed.
You guys got to decide.
I think we should go back to sleep because then maybe we'll go back into the spookiness.
Okay, fair.
Right?
Okay.
If we get out of bed, then we're just, scenario ended maybe.
True.
Maybe.
Okay.
You try to go back to sleep, but the nightmares are too intense. You toss and turn for hours, unable to find any peace. When you finally give up and get out of bed, you feel exhausted and drained. The options are get out of bed and start your day, stay in bed and rest, or go back.
I think we get out of bed and start the day now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have to see how it connects to the real world.
Okay.
You get out of bed and start your day feeling groggy and unrested. Of course we do. As you go about your morning routine, you can't shake the feeling that something is off. You can't remember the details of your dreams, but the emotion they start up are still with you. Do we, A, go to work or school, or B, stay home and investigate your dreams?
You got to investigate the dreams.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Also, the go back is definitely just to go back to the previous
I
decision.
realized that afterward. I was like, oops.
It's okay.
You stay home and start researching your dreams. As you delve deeper into the symbolism and meanings behind them, you start to realize that they may be more than just dreams. There's a pattern emerging, and it's a pattern of violence and death.
Oh.
You start to feel like you're in danger. Do you call the police or investigate on your own?
Investigate on your own.
Yeah.
The obvious answer.
No police yet. What if you're incriminating yourself? I plead the fifth, okay? I plead the fifth.
You start to investigate on your own, trying to connect the dots between your nightmares and the real world. It is not easy. You feel like you're in over your head, but you can't shake the feeling that something terrible is about to happen, and you need to figure it out before it's too late. Do we keep investigating, or do we take a break and try to relax?
Keep investigating.
Keep investigating.
Okay.
That's the only answer. You investigate further and follow the clue from your nightmare. It leads you to a place that feels eerily familiar. As you explore, you start to remember things that you did while sleepwalking. The memories are disturbing, and you start to realize that you've been involved in something terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Do you turn yourself in or try to clear your name?
Clear your
Clear your
name.
name?
Okay.
You try to clear your name, convinced that you're being framed. As you investigate further, you start to uncover evidence that supports your theory. But the deeper you dig, the more dangerous it becomes. Someone doesn't want you to find the truth, and they'll stop at nothing to keep you from uncovering the real culprit. Do you take the evidence to the police? Or confront the real culprit?
Confront the culprit.
Duh!
Right? You agree?
I don't know. I kind of want to bring it to the police if there's someone else that's not us doing it. That makes us look better.
I mean, we could... I'm down.
We're doing that?
We could do that.
All right, we're taking the evidence to the police.
Being a little too responsible.
You take the evidence to the police, and they launch an investigation. It's a long and difficult process, but in the end, they're able to uncover the truth. The real culprit is caught and brought to justice, and you're exonerated.
Period.
It's
Boring.
a huge relief, but it's a reminder of how dangerous sleepwalking can be. Wait, it's over!
See, we can't go to the
no, we gotta go back.
police. We gotta go back.
Go back. Go back and undo it.
We're confronting the culprit. You decide to confront... oh, wait, do you want to read this one? Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
Okay.
You can read it.
Okay. Now that I got us in this mess, you decide to confront the real culprit behind the framing. As you try to uncover the truth, you realize that the culprit is someone you never expected. It's someone close to you. Someone you trusted. The realization hits you like a ton of bricks. How could you have been so blind? Confront the culprit or run away and hide.
Confront the culprit.
They've been confronted.
You confront the culprit, hoping to get some answers. They're surprised that you figured it out, and they start to panic. They tell you that they did it to protect you, that they knew you were sleepwalking and didn't want you to get hurt. But as soon as they start to talk, you realize that there's more to the story than they're letting on. Keep talking or call the police.
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
You keep talking to the culprit, trying to get to the bottom of things. They start to open up and tell you everything about the nightmares, the sleepwalking, and the terrible things that happened as a result. It's a painful conversation, but it's also a necessary one. You both start to heal as you face the truth together. Oh, please. Options. Forgive the culprit or report the truth to the authorities.
This is terrible.
What's happening here?
Report it,
What
I
do they even
guess.
do?
No, if we report to the police, it's gonna be over.
Yes.
We gotta forgive them.
We got...
I guess.
This is not spooky.
It's not. We're not getting to, like, the crime that happened. You forgive the culprit and work towards healing together. However, as you try to move on with your life, you start to notice that someone is following you.
Ooh.
You start to receive strange packages in the mail, and you're convinced that someone is trying to hurt you. You don't know who to trust anymore. Go to the police or confront the stalker on your own.
Confront the stalker.
Yeah.
How did you find him also? You decide to go confront the stalker on your own, but things don't go as planned. The stalker is more dangerous than you could have ever imagined, and you find yourself in a life-threatening situation. You know you need to do something to get out of this alive. Do you fight back or try to reason with the stalker?
Fight back?
Fight back for sure.
You fight back against the danger, but it's a losing battle. You find yourself in a life-threatening situation, and you know that you're not going to make it out alive. Just when you're about to give up, someone comes to your rescue. It's a miraculous turn of events, and you're grateful to be alive. We're going to find out who saved you, or seek professional help.
Find out who saved you. Come on.
Yeah.
This is killing me.
The options are so...
No! We ended.
No!
Read it.
You confront the organization and their leaders armed with evidence you've gathered. It's a dangerous mission, but you are determined to see it through to the end. The confrontation is at end and there are casualties on both sides. But in the end, you emerge victorious. The organization is dismantled and you finally feel like you can move on with your life.
Boring. We're doing a Reddit story next, and it better be actually spooky.
I hit move on with your life and it keeps going. You start a new life.
Yeah, we're starting a new one. I cannot with this therapy nightmare dream.
Yeah. And for context, this is how far we are along in the story. Okay. Look at that blue bar. We're not very far at all. We've got this many cycle throughs.
This is terrible.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. They
Because
don't deserve
honestly,
it.
I think a 10-year-old could write better. I'm sorry. Like, they have more imagination than that.
There's One Direction fan fiction that's better.
Okay. The Reddit one we're going to do has a review that says, this was good stuff, very immersive. This was fun. I loved it. Okay.
Okay.
Seems
give it
way
a
more
chance.
promising.
It's called A Dark Forest. Written by Alone in the Fray. It already looks spooky.
Spooky!
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
You wake up slowly. You're lying on the ground with your face against the moss. Confused, you lift your head to look around. The forest is dark around you. There's a dull ache in your shoulder. What happened? and the only option is to stand up.
Okay, so then I guess we're standing up.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
The night sky is overcast, only allowing for a sliver of moonlight. You can hardly see a few feet in front of you. Right now, you are alone. You remember taking the old road, crossing the woods, and then something attacked. It came bursting through the trees before you even had a chance to react. The last thing you remember is being thrown into the ground. Where are your guide mates? Call out or stay silent?
Call out.
Yeah.
There's sound effects.
Yeah.
There is? Oh, raise the volume.
Your voice rings through the night, bouncing off the trees. Almost immediately, you hear footsteps crunching through the grass towards you. That's what the sound was. Something tells you it is not one of your friends. Run or wait.
Run.
Run.
Ooh, sounds tired. Frightened, you dash between the trees and start running away. After a while, you stop and listen. There doesn't seem to be anything following you. Your eyes scan the forest as you catch your breath. It looks the same as from where you came. Now what? You pick a direction and start walking. Up ahead, you can see a large rock. There are paths on either side of it. On the left side, the grass is flattened as if someone recently passed there. On the right side, the path is just an indent in the foliage, almost overgrown. Do you go left or go right?
Ooh.
Think go left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go the road less traveled.
No,
that's
the
the
left is
travel.
the one that there's like footsteps. The right one is just plants.
I thought they said the right was flattened.
On the left side, the grass is flattened as if someone recently passed there. On the right side, the path is just an indent in the foliage, almost overgrown.
Well, then I want to say go right.
Okay, we can go right. It'll be spooky, I think. You choose the old path. With a little luck, you might be able to move unseen for a while. The branches hang low here, shrouding you as you move forward. Old tree trunks line the forest floor. The ache in your shoulder is getting worse. You put your hand to it, and it comes back stained with a few drops of blood. Your surroundings appear far more deadly than this wound, though. You press on. After some time, you notice a strange, circular formation of trees up ahead.
Nah.
You look back. Behind you, the vegetation seems to have all but swallowed the path you came here on. Only one thing to do then. It's approach the circle. Ooh. It's a growl, right?
As you come closer to the circle of trees, a looming presence sends a chill down your spine. There is something large positioned in the soft grass beneath the trees. You can hear snoring. Afraid and mesmerized, you step a little bit closer. A giant reptile creature lies in the grass, massive tail coiled around its body. Its scales reflect the weak moonlight in a muted emerald sheen. Its head rests on the ground, snout hidden behind a row of talons. You cannot believe your eyes. You have only heard of dragons from faraway travelers. Fascinating as it may be, you would like to stay alive. Something tells you that disturbing the dragon is not the way to do that. You need to get past it somehow, preferably undetected. Rush past or sneak past. I'll let you click it so we can maybe get the sound.
Okay. I think we should sneak past.
Okay.
You take a deep breath in preparation, but you can only manage a few steps before something lashes out at you, knocking you to the ground. The dragon has wrapped the tip of its tail around your feet. Terrified, you look up. A pair of large red eyes are looking back at you. Another one, the dragon speaks. Its voice booms through the forest, making the ground quaver. The dragon raises its tail, lifting you up and dangling you close to its massive jaw. Yet again, the number grows too great, too rapidly, it snorts. It seems more annoyed than enraged. Tell your master that the culling will come sooner than he anticipates.
The what?
The culling. It's capitalized. I don't know what that means. With this, the dragon drops you to the ground with a thud. You scramble to your feet and back away, shivering like a leaf. The dragon closes its eyes and puts its head on the ground again, as if it already forgot about you. And the only option here is to make yourself scarce.
Fair.
You hurry away, alive but shaken. You have no idea what the dragon was talking about. You can hardly wrap your mind around the fact that a dragon just spoke to you. You can't wait to tell your guide mates about this. If you should ever find them, that is. Your mood sinks as you resume your aimless wandering. The trees are dense again, and there are no landmarks to speak of. However, something is tickling your nose. A sweet, fruity smell is wafting from somewhere close ahead. Your stomach growls. It has been a while since you last ate. Follow the delicious scent, or ignore the scent.
Gotta follow it.
I think ignore it. You're in the middle of the woods.
We need a good story.
Fair.
So I can just
No
be
sound.
eating.
Your hunger compels you to find the source of the mouth-watering scent. You stumble across fallen branches and dense bushes. The sweet smell grows stronger, and soon you can tell why. You are standing in front of what seems to be a long-forgotten orchard. You can see the ruins of a stone cottage in the distance. Only the foundation and a partially collapsed wall remain. In front of the cottage, fruit trees are planted in neat rows. The paths between them are overgrown with weeds and tall grass. The trees are filled with red, luscious apples. The branches are low enough that you can easily pick some. The scent is intoxicating. Only one option, to pick an apple.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No sound.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was just like a sound.
Great, Jenny. Okay. You pick an apple and raise it to your mouth eagerly, but you are interrupted by a blood-curdling screech. The one Janina just made. You look up. Something huge is bursting forth from the ruins on the other side of the orchard, rushing towards you in a flurry of long legs. So many legs.
Ew.
You have only a brief moment to react. Do you run away or do you throw the apple?
Throw it.
I think run.
Well, can't have both.
Throw the apple then. Maybe it will startle them.
Oh, it screeched again.
With an exasperated grunt, you throw the apple as hard as you can against the approaching spider.
Oh, hell no! We should have ran away!
Thud. You hit the spider straight between its glimmering massive eyes. It stops dead in its tracks, twitches a bit, and then slumps down onto the grass.
Oh.
Did we kill it?
You wait. Heart caught in your throat, and the spider is no longer moving. A dorky grin spreads across your face. How about that? Corny.
Me.
You pick another apple and take a huge bite. It tastes as delicious as it smells. You gather a few more and stuff them in your pockets. Oh. Humming carefully. Oh my god, guys, I can't speak. You gather a few more and stuff them in your pockets. Humming cheerfully, you leave the orchard behind. Option is to move along.
Okay. It's like a walking sound. With your hunger sated, I swear to God, S-A-T-E-D,
Maybe
sated.
it's like satiated, kind of.
But like shorter. I'm just going to say satiated because that just sounds better.
Okay.
With your hunger satiated, you are able to pick up your pace. The trees seem to grow farther apart here, and the ground is smoother. You are filled with a renewed sense of hope. You circle a pile of mossy rocks, and suddenly, there it is. You have found the road. Go to the road is the only option.
Just marching sound. You step out into the road. It stretches north away from the forest. You can see a faint glimmer of lights in the distance. Could they belong to Aberforth, the town you were heading towards when you decided to take the road through the forest? Above you, the night sky has started to brighten. The dawn is not too far away. As you walk, you strain your eyes and ears, but there's no sign of any living creature either behind you or in front of you. You are relieved to have found the road, but you still have no clue as to what happened to your guide mates. Are they all right? Did they leave you behind? The only option is to keep walking.
Oh! Uh-oh. This is the end of your adventure, or is it? You could always go back into the forest to see what else it holds.
So we got out of the forest unscathed.
Aw.
We could go back.
Do we try to go back?
Audience?
I wonder if we have to go left. Well, there are 4 endings, so that's one of them.
Really?
We got out of the forest, but he doesn't know where any of his friends are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he didn't die.
Let's try one more time.
Okay. Should we skip, like...
Yeah, let's
Up
get to the left or right.
Ooh. You choose the more pronounced path and move along. Your footsteps resound against the forest itself, humming with strange noises. There is still not much moonlight to guide you, and you begin to think that you'll be wandering around here forever. Just then, something catches your eye. Some distance away, you could see a light bobbing between the trees. The light is warm and soft, like that of a flame. A torch?
Ooh.
This could very well be your guide mates. Do we follow the light or avoid the light?
Follow.
Follow.
Okay.
You move towards the light carefully in case it belongs to something other than your friends. As you move closer, the forest opens up. The trees are taller here, but also wider apart. You can see further now. There's an old, dried-up riverbed down ahead. 2 figures are moving along the trench. One of them is holding a lantern, the source of the light that drew you here. Only one option. Move a little closer.
Someone rang my doorbell. You close in on the figures, stopping by a small ledge above the riverbed. Crouching down, you peer at them. It is not your friends. Walking slightly in front, holding the lantern, is what you assume to be a man dressed entirely in long, dark robes.
What?
A wide hood is obscuring his face. He is holding a set of fine chains connected to the figure behind him. You let out a small gasp. Behind the man with the lantern walks a young woman in a pure white dress. Her long hair flows in the rivulets along her shoulders. She is wearing a golden amulet shaped like the sun. You have never seen anyone as beautiful as her. Suddenly, she turns her head slowly and looks straight at you. You don't know how, but she could see you. Her face is calm, but her eyes are full of sorrow. Help her or do nothing.
Help her?
You gotta help.
I want to say help her. But what if she's a ghost?
Ooh. Anger builds in your body as you watch the poor woman. You must free her from her cruel captor. Grasping your dagger, you move swiftly down the ledge onto the trench. As you emerge in front of them, the woman and the man in robes stop in their tracks. "Release her at once," you shout. The man in robes say nothing, only tightening his grip around the chains. We only can charge him.
Oh, okay. Enraged, you charge the man in robes, dagger lifted. He stands waiting until you almost reach him. Then he takes his hood down. You freeze. The man has no face. Staring back at you is a grinning skull lined with whips of gray hair. Before you can recover from the shock, the ghoul rushes towards you. His bony fist goes through your chest. You can feel your heart stop. You are dead. Rest in peace.
Did you call it? You said they were ghosts.
I did. I said, what if she's a ghost? But what if she's a ghost?
Aw, man. You think she was just there to lure them?
Uh-huh. What a bitch.
Damn.
Everyone always stops for a damsel in distress.
Wow.
Everyone wants to be the hero. Go away. I called it.
That was good.
I watched too much supernatural and scary movies.
Oh, I'm glad we did too. That was
Yeah.
solid. I hope you guys got your Halloween frights out of that. I'm gonna make this so dark and spooky.
Oh, really?
Spooky.
Are
We
we
hope.
gonna keep the first one in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
why
might as
not?
well. That was funny.
Tease them the whole time.
A lesson on therapy
Yeah.
and cops. Oh man. We hope you guys have a safe, spooky, happy Halloween. We hope you enjoyed all of our costumes this past month, almost month and a half, really.
Yeah. We've got a ton up our sleeves for holiday. So comment any requests down below and we'll pencil it in. And if not, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming holiday events.
Yeah. And spooky things don't have to end. If you want to hear more of these stories, we could I'm sure there's a spooky
Yeah.
Santa story we could read.
Nightmare Before Christmas vibes?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's that scary movie that Chris was...
Krampus?
Krampus.
I made Julia watch Krampus last year. She hated it.
Give us a 5-star rating wherever you are listening.
Mm-hmm. And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Follow us on Instagram at theneighbors.pod and TikTok at theneighborspod before you go. And yeah, like we said, if you have a happy, fun Halloween, and if you are One Direction fans like Julia and I, have a nice Harry Ween.
Happy Halloween!
I love that pun. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Just leave our viewers on the worst note ever. Uncle Liam. Oh, God, I didn't bring him Liam. Oh, I just said you're a One Direction fan. I thought you were going to say sorry at this time. It's on our TikTok. They get it. The girls that get it, get it.
Yeah.